हाँ, ठीक है, वेरी गुड। और है वो दूसरा। अच्छा, आप भी बोला, बता दो सबको।
I'm seated in everyone's heart. For me comes remembrance, knowledge and forgetfulness. By the Vedas I'm to be known. I'm the compiler of Vedas and lover of subjects.
Applaud everybody. Very good. These are the future of ISKCON, according to Prabhupada. So we have to, appreciate how they are doing. It's a very good voice. Now, follow.
Lord Sri Chaitanya says that in the Vedas, the subject matters are only three, namely to establish the relation of the living entities with the personality of Godhead, perform the relative duties in devotional service, and thus achieve the ultimate goal back to Godhead.
So our goal is back to God. But the reality is, may not be so good. I heard my Guru Maharaj says, many do bhajan, they don't think seriously, after that we'll go back to Godhead. So actually, many, after doing devotion, life become very nice. Unlike outsider, not doing devotional service, they become happy, that's all. They're serious to completely, free from all contamination, no aparadha, and then go back to Godhead. Join with Krishna, chanting, dancing, playing, enjoying, picnic. Anybody any comment? Krishna Loka, comment? Yes, Gopal. Gopal Bhatta. Any others? Acha, go ahead.
As such, Vedantavadis or the followers of the Vedanta indicate the pure devotees of the personality of Godhead. Such Vedantavadis or the Bhakti Vedantas are impartial in distributing the transcendental knowledge of devotional service. To them, no one is enemy or friend. No one is educated or uneducated. No one is specially favorable and no one is unfavorable. The Bhakti Vedantas see that the people in general are wasting time in false, sensuous things. Their
That is, that is material existence. In short, Prabhupada said, material existence, samsara means is in a plane of sense gratification, enjoying mood. But we are not taggy, not bhogi. Most of the material world is 98% is bhogi, is karmi. And compared to ass, according to Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur বলছে কর্মীরা তো খেতে মরছে, they are working day and night so hard. Now you get more than engineer, technologists want to become going to Institute of Management, very famous. And they get huge amount of money. But work from morning 8 to at night 8. That is his working hour. I can't understand. What Prabhupada is saying, exactly same. The money he gets, one boy told me, Maharaj, I have got my dependent, only my mother, mom and me. She is old. I don't require that. This boy is 25 years old. He passed management and worked someplace, morning 8, night 8. This is his working hour. To prepare, to go, takes time. He has got hardly time for simply sleeping, little sleeping and eating. Don't understand. And he gets, at that time, long back, 35,000. Now maybe much more. Huh? But he said, Maharaj, I think more than, he said, Maharaj, I am giving up my job and get a simple job where I can have normal life people and not working so hard. May not get may get much less money, but that is natural. That is they are making. This means making a bunch of Shudra. This is material advancement. I don't know. Everybody become IMA or management in the Western country, I don't think. This is too much, I think. You squeeze out all your energy. I saw one of our devotees. He was in Arab countries, and he also told me the same thing. He gave up, but his father is very happy. Maharaj, because of his stop, he used to send lakhs of rupees to me. Now he's happy. Son may not be doing that because of the influence of ISKCON, devotee. His life is a little changed. Father is happy seeing he is doing normal, traditional life. Mother also. Though he little, I see, tell all those things, and now he doesn't repent. He doesn't give so much money now. And he is doing bhajan, not running. Of course, doing devotional service.
Their business is to get the ignorant mass of people to re-establish their lost relationship with the personality of Godhead. By such endeavor, even the most forgotten soul is roused up to the sense of spiritual life.
This is what Prabhupada did. Throughout Jwana, lakhs of people now, say communist country, so many coming to Krishna consciousness now. May not be standard that much what Prabhupada started with. The ISKCON is trying, maybe gradually to bring that standard, purity, quality, character. Now, what can be done? As much as they can do. Okay. Go ahead.
And thus, being initiated by the Bhakti Vedantas, the people in general gradually progress on the path of transcendental realization. So the Vedantavadis initiated the boy even before he became self-controlled and was detached from childish sporting, etc. But before the initiation, he, the boy, became more and more advanced in discipline, which is very essential for one who wishes to make progress in the line. In the system of Varnashram Dharma, which is the beginning of actual human life, small boys after 5 years of age are sent to become brahmachari at Guru's ashram.
This is Gurukul, product we have shown you. Prabhupada set example. We say, life should begin at the age of 6. Even Krishna himself showed, went to Gurukul, dedicated his life. Gurukule Vasandanta Gururhitam, day and night work for Guru. And thus, Guru trained him up how to control senses. Otherwise, we can ask those who have never gone to Gurukul, are you not find it difficult to control senses? Yes?
Yes.
You are honest. And this is transcendental life. You must control your senses. Now I am just walking in the street, maybe bull also walking, see some vegetable, hey, hot, steal again. Huh? But somebody, human being, may not do that because of shame. Yeah? Although he has got desire. And he is free, he has got pocket loaded, going in the airport, I see, Starbucks coffee. This is famous American coffee. Every airport I find. Maybe even in Indian airport I am seeing. And people may be cold. India there may not be, but south and north maybe. Especially north. Or Mount has shown. Coffee? So maybe he just ate, took his breakfast, till let's go, huh? Warm up. Prabhupada said, then what is the difference between animal and us? You cannot control, they cannot have transcendental knowledge. Is that clear? Ladies, gentlemen. Huh? Go ahead. What to speak of? তার মধ্যে জীবহতি লোভময় সুরমতি শরীর অবিদ্যা জাল জড়েন্দ্রিয় থাকাল Bhaktivinoda Thakur saying, this body is a lump of ignorance. Krishna also many places said that, Srimad Bhagavatam. Even Rukmini Devi. Rukmini Devi said, when Krishna was teaching her, Rukmini Devi, what he says? One point he says, you are telling to so many there are kings, I am a cowherd boy, why you married me? Husband, wife sometimes. Intimate talk or joke or tease, get angry, fight. Now also happen. Though, glorifying Krishna, he said, I know, knowing everything, I married you, selected you as my husband. You said, why don't you marry this? And one point she said, you say they king, but I find senses are the king. Who can control senses? They're formidable, invincible. Still now, to common people, they won't listen. What? Control sense? Even some scientists told me, why it is natural? Why you tell control sense? It is natural. Isn't it? I don't know. That is what scientists say. Why you try to control senses? That means Godasa. You tell, you get angry. You say you are not servant of, you are servant of your kam, krodh, lobh, moh, mad, matsarya. Yeah? Lusty desire. Who can tell? No, I am not. That is saying. That they won't do. Hey, you only play Kartal, Hare Krishna, and you are a nuisance. You are unproductive in a society. They call us, they are unproductive. They want to produce. And making Shudra Vancha. No Brahman. Prabhupada said all these things. I don't want to go in detail. Please read. That is why Prabhupada, to set up example, Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Prabhupada, you have got here Bhaktivinoda Institute. Prabhupada, you have got Gurukul, you see how they are telling nice sloka, learning to respect superiors, obedient, discipline. This is our Prabhupada asked. This is the beginning of life, you should learn. Then go up to other ashram. Ultimately, purpose is to achieve perfection, at least to become perfectly in the mode of goodness. Devotee should maintain always. Am I always in the mode of goodness? Then what sort of Brahmana? Maharaj, I have passed Bhakti Shastri. You want to Haribol? Hello? Otherwise you are cheating. You cannot cheat God, you cannot cheat a sadhu. Of course, from point of view of fulfilling desire of prediction, we require a lot of Brahmin people. See, Brahmin said, he will listen to you. Really qualified, what is his qualification? Hey, I saw him. He's doing mantra. He's the same man, huh? Sanguvali restaurant. What he is doing? What is doing? Kashyap Gotra. Don't mind anybody. Hey, nursing, you are from? There's some Bharadwaj Gupta here. I am going to heart. बिहार से कहाँ है आप है इधर ही सिक आप भी नहीं हाँ what very proud just like I was listening Prabhupada's lecture hey you Shudra stay away Even your shade fall here on the well of water, I won't drink. Huh? That is why so many became Muslim. They can be converted. Want to become Krishna conscious. Why this is allowed to become all Muslim? Get out. So many became, they consider us low class. Cannot associate with them, better become Muslim. But they have got also classes, I heard. Yeah? He said, he is pure, he is in pure blood. He is not pure Muslim. Where you come from? Oh, Indonesia, Malaysia. No, wo ghar mein jao. Look down upon. The Arab country go, hey, they are not pure Muslim. Shia, Sunni, so many others. Okay, go ahead. আচ্ছা ওদের মধ্যে অনেক and Calcutta, very rich guys, most very rich, filthy. They are follower of Aga Khan. Aga Khan is very rich, world famous. Come in Paris, in London, in New York, everywhere. Okay, they told me, I'm not.
Where these things are systematically taught to boys, be they king's son or sons of ordinary citizens, the training was compulsory, not only to create good citizens of the state, but also to prepare the boy's future life for spiritual realization. The irresponsible life of sense enjoyment was unknown to the children of the followers of the Varnashram system. The boy was even injected with the spiritual acumen before being raised by the father in the womb of the mother. Both the father and the mother were responsible for the boy's success in being liberated from the material bondage. That is the process of successful family planning. It is to beget children for complete perfection, without being self-controlled, without being disciplined, and without being fully obedient. Last.
Oh, which verse? 24. Okay. Go ahead.
Without being self-controlled, and without being disciplined, and without being fully obedient, no one can become successful in following the instructions of the spiritual master. And without doing so, no one is able to go back to Godhead.
Very important. You can see the Prabhupada concluding that is process successfully, then he is saying, it is without being self-controlled. Not so easy. You have to practice. That is why we are staying in the mott. Without being disciplined. Disciple means discipline. And first duty is very obedient. And without being fully obedient. Bhaktivinoda Thakur used to tell, if you want to go back to Godhead, one who follows all the instructions of Sadguru, whatever he said, obedient and tell. Whether he can or not, does his best. He can, না? বলছে যে প্রত্যেক গুরুর প্রত্যেকটা আদেশ ঠিক ঠিক পালন করে যাবে, ওই এক জীবনই ভগবানের কাছে যাবে। Understood? One who follows Sadguru's instruction strictly, and whatever he says doing, he can one life go back to Godhead. You want to become sure? Sometimes Guru will ask something, it appears to be very difficult, impossible. But he trains you up. See how much you are trying, how sincerely and seriously. It's not always one can be successful or perfect. By his blessing, you can get the blessing of Krishna. Krishna is pleased, achieve perfection. Make sense? Yes. Question? Okay, go ahead. You have to read this here very carefully. How do you say? It's realization, not just reading book and like a parrot, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Then when cat catches him by the neck, then is no Hare Krishna. Ta, 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 ta. So we also simply read books and tell, not enough, people may not be convinced. Your purpose won't be served. You want to bring him to Krishna consciousness? You yourself practice and tell. You have to be realized soul. Sanubhavam, one who realized himself, I am not this body, I am servant of Krishna. Are you confident? Then, when you speak to others, they will be convinced. Okay. Now go ahead. Question, comment. Okay.
Next verse. 25. Once only by their permission I took the remnants of their food, and by so doing all my sins were at once eradicated. Thus being engaged, I became purified in heart, and at that time the very nature of the transcendentalist became attractive to me.
Go ahead. Purport.
Pure devotion is as much infectious in a good sense as infectious diseases. A pure devotee is cleared from all kinds of sins. The personality of Godhead is the purest entity. And unless one is equally pure from the infection of the material qualities, one cannot become a pure devotee of the Lord.
People don't care. He is pure, he is pure. Say. But there is a degree. Here Prabhupada is saying, you can go back to Godhead. In the beginning, Prabhupada doesn't say all these things. If you are a serious student, he will see what he is saying. Unless you are equally pure, we cannot enter into the kingdom of God. Krishna is embracing, Panchapada is telling Srimad Bhagavata Samaya, 10th canto, and they become purified. What does it mean? There is no end of this purity. You cannot overnight become as pure as God, but you are pure comparatively with others. That is where in the movement. In mod, sometimes people cannot stay, go away. Why? He cannot maintain standard. So we have to remember, Prabhupada said, if you are not pure, doing so this, that, then you are khokla. Yeah? You understand khokla means? Means hollow, no substance inside. Dummy. Dummy? Real sadhu will understand. That is why Prabhupada said, try to maintain what I gave you. If you cannot expand, at least try to maintain. Maintain means you must have a good standard. You are a Brahmin, okay. You do all these things, then that much you are Brahmin. Otherwise, only you get a stamp. I passed this, I am Brahmin. I am this, I am sannyas. I am this. This is the qualification, not the external stamp or any other thing. But Krishna will see your heart. Krishna will see your inside. Yes? But sometimes, in order to run a society big, you have to consider all this case to expand. Everybody won't come out in the university or become a PhD or first class pass. But if it is high, at least you can make some. Try your best to qualify and then you can make progress. From kindergarten, before going to university, so many are eliminated. Yes or no? So sometime in organization, doing this thing, you will see as the years passes, many old face you will see. Prabhupada said, because those who are pure, they will stay. Longer one is, he has got purity, you have to understand. You see, as the day goes, more days, you see many old faces, you don't see. So Prabhupada says, the longer one, the practicing, he must have some purity, otherwise he cannot maintain standard, quality. Strictly follow Sadguru, Satsa, Vaishnava, devotee.
We hear this word purity many times. What is exactly purity mean?
To give a little idea, I tell you. Most of them are in the mode of passion and ignorance with the symptom kama lobha. Yes? Unlimited material desire or lusty desire. Lobha, more material object of sense gratification. Mode of goodness means prakash, then revealed all spiritual knowledge. Dibbogyan, he dibbogyan. Not that I will know by my own idea. No. Na matta bolohinena labha, na medha, na bahuna sutena. Seeing his quality of surrender and sincerity, purity, God reveals himself that much, as much as he likes. Make sense? Now again another sense you can say, purity means again a higher, you can come to the Nirgun platform, even beyond mode of goodness, come to Vishuddha Sattva, real devotional service starts there. Brahma Bhuta Makes sense? You have to previously, many, they are like many have done this. How much you become free from kama and loha? This leads us towards lower species or hell. Kam, lobh, it takes us to naraka. There is one verse. Bhagavad Gita. Kama esha krodha esha. There may be another one, saying. So we can this way judge, before we came to the movement, what I was, my consciousness, what is now, or when you are practicing, how much. This is real test, whether I am advancing Krishna consciousness. Otherwise not much tangible progress you made. You have to become pure. God is pure, completely. So He will accept your service, or you can understand Him unless you become pure. Now I read books and tell Him, no, this is my parrot. Anybody can do. Clap hand. You have to know Tattva Krishna. Among the Vetti Tattva, Takta Deham Vinodjarmanaiti. Yes? Bhakta ma movijan. Who can understand God? Bhakta. Bhakta make you agrajya, not karma, not gyan, not yoga. By bhakti, loving Krishna. And Krishna reveals. Is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? Very simple in that way. Over Krishna, to Krishna consciousness is very, very difficult, but also very simple. It depends how much you are surrendered, how much you are pure. Otherwise, how can you enter? Unless you become like fire, how can you enter into fiery body? Unless you have got suitable for living in water, you cannot live in water. Yes? Fish can, he has got a body. Exactly like that. Vishwamitra, Durvasa was traveling. He went to Vaikuntha with this body. Everybody cannot do. Even fiery sun planets, the scientists cannot go. But our yogis can, with the rays of the sun. Previously when Shukdev Goswami, yes? Na? Shukdev Goswami, একবার গেছিল, sun planet. With the rays, with the help of this is yoga system. Yes, the pure devotee sometimes may have all these things. By God's grace. He doesn't aspire for it. That is not pure devotion. In Krishna's case, yeah. Many Vishwamitra sometimes fall down by devotee's grace, by God's, he become pure. Haridas Thakur, he is not affected in a test. Very trying situation. What is called trying situation? Huh? And he is not affected. But it's not easy. A provoking situation. Narayana Rishi, who is another Rishi, I think. Huh? Ah. Bhakti you can do. Okay. Not much time left. Any question, comment?
Tattva means beyond sense perception.
Tattva means just like our Acharya says, say, Krishna, many things what he did bewildering. Krishna, it says he is Ajopi Sarad. He has no birth. He is again taking birth, but not like Masi Pisi. Like my auntie, like my any other sir. He say, Janma Karma Chavi Dibbam, transcendental. Not like material world, his birth. He appears, disappears, like sun. He is always there. On sweet will, he comes, Atma Maya. And to bewilder others, he said he is dying. But he doesn't die. The devotee understand. That is why you follow the Acharya, Mahajana Janagata Sabha. They tell the Tattva. This is Tattva. Tattva. Come on, don't know all this. Like Krishna is also born, like us, he also died. Then Acharya says, what is Tattva? Truth, facts. What is actual fact? And Krishna reveals. And they have the devotee has the conviction, yes, Krishna doesn't die. He is always there. He is still in Vrindavan. But to please his devotee, sometimes he appears. It may be like somebody says, Krishna doesn't come now. It's true. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw, Kanai Natsala, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna appeared. And somebody may go and say, I don't see. You have to clarify. I don't see God here, told somebody to Prabhupada. They give a lecture in the temple. Prabhupada said, anybody sees Krishna here? Yes, Prabhupada, please show her. Krishna is duty. But she sees is Maharaj is coming from Makrana. Is Makrana marble white? So she sees white, Makrana white. She doesn't want to see God. She wants to see marble. But the devotee is under devotional service. Krishna reveals. Make sense? Yes. One has to know like this. The Acharya shows. That even he can walk. Though he is he shows in our material vision, he is a stone piece. Because of devotee, because of our devotion. He can talk. He can eat from devotee's hand. There are examples there still. Why he doesn't show? To that devotee he reveals, not to you, you can also see. Then we standing in the same place. We are standing in front of the deity, somebody is thinking something else. But somebody is thinking of Krishna Radha, standing as good as Krishna. Krishna reveals to him according to his devotion. Makes sense? Makes it clear? Yes. Am I clear to you? It is not just lip service. Revelation this is. All scripture is revelation. These things are, Krishna says to, Lord says to Brahma, this is Paramaguyam, most confidential, Rahasyam, mysterious. That is called devotional service. It's very meaningful, each word. And acharyas, according to their realization, they are telling. So, Acharyavan Purusho Veda. One who has got Acharya, under him training, one day he will know, he can please the Acharya by his blessing. Makes sense, ladies and gentlemen? Is that clear? Huh? Time is running out. No? Understand? This is called Tattva. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Krishna is there just like a different planet, different universes. Sun is rising. Huh? Huh? Now here is 6:30. Some places, some other place could be 6:30 there. Some other 7:30. There is like Krishna. Different places, different pastime Krishna is going on. 6 o'clock Krishna's childhood pastime, some are Krishna's pastime of Dwarka, some are Krishna's pastime of childhood, sometime a little grown up, there, Mathura pastime. Same time, but different places, just like sign. He's on the top there, he says, is it over your head? Yes. Other guy says somewhere else, he says, yes, it is over my head also. Isn't it? To some, it's very strange. Like that. Given up, just to simplify it, Krishna's pastimes are like that. And this way is not tattva. Make sense? Why this Krishna is fighting with the Asura? The Krishna also, whatever in the material world you see people are fighting, Krishna is a living being, he can also feel like fighting. He may not like always people respect me, worship me. Oh, I don't like, I like ordinary other thing also fighting. So, he created a situation. A Char Kumar going, want to enter the spiritual world, and Joy Vijay. No. Who are you? They cursed. Not a blade of grass moved without the sanction of the Lord. That is the Lord's desire. So that he has got a chance to fight with them. Who can fight with Krishna? Only those are the associates Krishna enjoys. They came as Asura. Make sense? This is explanation. Common people don't know. This is called tattva, Bhagavad said. Is that clear? What is meant tattva? I give example. Is that clear? Tattva is called. You have to know. The acharyas can tell. No, I make tattva. No. You follow acharya. Then you become like acharya. Qualified. No. Can I also write poem, this, that about Krishna? Who said, no, it is meant for liberated soul. You cannot whatever, like writing song, this, that. No, Baba. You become like Narottam Das Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It will tally with the Siddhanta. Not that what I like, copy. He knows tattva. This is tattva. Jai Sakala Vipad Bhakti Vinod Balen Jakho no Nam Gai. People experience, yes. When I'm in danger, I chant Hare Krishna, danger gone. Jip Krishna Das Evisas Hoile Toar Dukkha Nai. You have conviction, I am servant of Krishna, eternal. You are acting, you will realize. No, misery. Gone. Which to others may be apparently, oh, he's crying. There is no maybe ecstasy. Externally crying. This is what? Who is that? Kejani? Kanche? Or on a shishu? Oh, maybe a disciple of also there were disciple, two disciples different. One is saying, oh, you are crying. Why crying? This is Madhavendra Puri. Ramchandra Puri telling his guru, oh, you are crying. Yeah, I don't want to see your friend. Get lost. He is in ecstasy crying. That is the way of wisdom, because he is not qualified. Is that clear? Yes. And another disciple thinks, Guru Maharaj, ecstasy. Guru Rupur Guru Giri. Guru Mara Vidya. Finish Guru. This sort of what? I don't want to get into detail of the, for various reasons. Digging, there is a Bengali saying, digging to get some soil warm, suddenly death personified. More than that I won't tell, up to here. Okay, go ahead. 9 o'clock, how long can go? How long it takes? 10 minutes to. Okay, we'll go. Not a thing, dust, Prasad still gives. Okay.
The Bhakti Vedantas, as above mentioned, They became infected with their qualities of purity by their association and by eating once the remnants of foodstuffs taken by them. Such remnants may be taken even without permission of the pure devotees. There are sometimes pseudo devotees, and one should be very much cautious about them. There are many things which hinder one from entering devotional service, but by the association of pure devotees, all these obstacles are removed. The neophyte devotee becomes practically enriched with the transcendental qualities of the pure devotee, which means attraction for the personality of Godhead's name, fame, quality, pastimes,
We can ask
etc.
ourselves, he's a Paramahamsa. Place I want to. This is smelly? No, dark hunks. I don't know. It's not cheap to become Paramahamsa. Huh? Rishabh Dev, he was great Paramahamsa. So many Jojon up to there smelling. Nice smell coming. What? What smell? Paramahamsa, easy. Make this thing, we'll see. What sort of Paramahamsa you are. I don't know what to say. ঠিক বলছি পরমাংশ smell whatever his diffuse smell his body পরমাংশ okay okay
Infection of the qualities of the pure devotee means to imbibe the taste of pure devotion always in the transcendental activities of the personality of Godhead. This transcendental taste at once makes all material things distasteful.
we can ask ourselves this taste is very tasty. This is so all everything Prabhupada gave. We can check ourselves where we are. Status spiritually. Okay, then?
Therefore, a pure devotee is not at all attracted by the material activities. After the elimination of all sins or obstacles on the path of devotional service, one can become attracted. One can have steadiness, one can have perfect taste, one can have transcendental emotions, and at last one can be situated on the plane of loving service of the Lord. All these stages develop by the association of pure devotees, and that is the purport of this stanza.
We understand, somebody is saying that whether somebody is going back to Godhead, how will know? Krishna is saying, Antakale chamameva saranmukta kalevaram japajati There is a say, huh? In Bengali there is saying, you are showing this, I did this, I did. Sadhan karo, bhajan karo. Morte janle bhai. Before you are going to die, when you are leaving the body, did you remember? Remembrance of Krishna, Vishnu, Narayan, Hari Mahaprabhu came. Then you know, you are going back to Godhead or not. Yes?
Yes.
Krishna says, I am not saying. Repeating is not so easy. Can be also easy to some. He is fortunate. Not easy. So, 9:05. We can go on, na? 20 minutes. Okay. We can go on? Yes. Very good sign. Sushushu Sodadhanasya. Also seems like taste. Yeah? The other tasty things are here. What do you want to... Okay. Go ahead.
Next shloka. O Vyasadev, in that association and by the mercy of those great Vedantists, I could hear them describe the attractive activities of Lord Krishna, and thus listening attentively, my taste for hearing of the personality of Godhead increased at every step.
This is very important. My taste, and thus listening attentively, my taste of hearing. We should have a eagerness to hear. And many devotees seems like very nice, developing this. That's very good. The personality of Godhead increased at every step. Okay. Huh?
When we have association with sadhu,
Huh.
life,
Huh.
it's very easy to hear.
Yes.
But when we don't, it becomes harder.
Yes, yes. I agree. Have you ever heard what he's saying? That is why sadhu sangha, that is why this mot is. That I do on my own job. No, no, Maya may come. Maya is very powerful. That is the purpose is staying in the mosque, staying with the association with the devotee. You should not be overconfident. I can manage. No, no. So many big personalities in the devotional service have drifted away because of this. So our Acharya is always stay in association with the devotees. He can save you, others. Others are doing, you do the same. Alone, do whatever you like. Or Vishoy Sangha, Asat Sangha Tag, a Vaishnava Acharya. Huh? And blah, 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 so many other things. I was going to say. Yeah. Right.
Lord Sri Krishna, the absolute personality of Godhead, is attractive not only in his personal feature but also in his transcendental activities. It is so because the Absolute is absolute by his name, fame, entourage, paraphernalia. The Lord descends on this material world out of his causeless mercy and displays his various transcendental pastimes as a human being so that the human being attracted towards him become able to go back to Godhead. Men are naturally apt to hear histories and narrations of various personalities performing mundane activities without knowing that by such association one simply wastes valuable time and also becomes addicted to the three qualities of mundane nature. Instead of wasting time, one can get spiritual success by turning his attention to the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. By hearing the narration of the pastimes of the Lord, one contacts directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And as explained before, by hearing about the personality of Godhead from within, all accumulated sins of the mundane creature are cleared. Thus, being cleared of all sins, the hearer gradually becomes liberated from mundane association and becomes attracted to the features of the Lord. Narad Muni has just explained this by his personal experience. The whole idea is that simply by hearing about the Lord's pastimes, one can become one of the associates of the Lord. Narad Muni has eternal life, unlimited knowledge, unfathomed bliss, and he can travel all over the material and spiritual worlds without restriction. One can attain to the highest perfection of life simply by attentive hearing of the transcendental pastimes of the Lord from the right sources, as Sri Narad heard them from the pure devotees, Bhakti Vedantas, in his previous life. This process of hearing in the association of devotees is especially recommended in this age of quarrel, Kali.
Next.
Next.
As soon as, oh great sage.
O great sage, as soon as I got a taste for personality of Godhead, my attention to hear of the Lord was unflinching, and as my taste developed, I could realize that it was only in my ignorance that I had accepted gross and subtle coverings, for both the Lord and I are transcendental.
But
Ignorance in material existence is compared to darkness, and in all Vedic literatures, the personality of Godhead is compared to the sun. Wherever there is light, there cannot be a darkness. Hearing of the Lord's pastime is itself transcendental association with the Lord because of the difference between the Lord and his transcendental pastimes. To become associated with the Supreme is to dissipate all ignorance. By ignorance only, the conditioned soul wrongly thinks that both he and the Lord are products of material nature. But in fact, the personality of Godhead and the living beings are transcendental, and they have nothing to do with the material nature. When ignorance is removed and it is perfectly realized that there is nothing existing without the personality of Godhead, that nescience is removed. Since the gross and subtle bodies are the personality of God, the knowledge of the light permits one to engage both of them in the service of the Lord. The gross body should be engaged in acts of rendering service to the Lord, as in bringing water, cleansing the temple, or making obeisances, etc. The path of archana or worshipping the Lord in the temple involves engaging one's gross body in the service. Similarly, the subtle mind should be engaged in hearing the transcendental pastimes of the Lord, thinking about them, chanting his name, etc. All such activities are transcendental. None of the gross senses should be engaged. Of transcendental activities is made possible by many, many years of apprenticeship in the devotional service, but simply attraction of love for the personality, for the personality of Godhead, and it as it was developed in Narad Muni by hearing is very highly effective. During two seasons, the rainy season and autumn, I had the opportunity to hear these great souled sages constantly chant the unadulterated glories of the Lord Hari. As the flows of my devotional service begin, the coverings of the modes of passion and ignorance
this is beauty.
vanished.
But
Transcendental loving service for the Supreme Lord is a natural inclination of every living being. The instinct is dormant in everyone, but due to the association of material nature, the modes of passion and ignorance cover this from time immemorial.
time immemorial.
If, by the grace of the Lord and the great soul devotees of the Lord, a living being becomes fortunate enough to associate with the unadulterated devotees of the Lord and gets a chance to hear the unadulterated glories of the Lord, certainly the flow of devotional service takes place like the flow of the river. As the river flows on till she reaches the sea, similarly, pure devotional service flows by the association of pure devotees till it reaches the ultimate goal, namely transcendental love of God. Such a flow of devotional service cannot stop. On the contrary, it increases more and more without limitation. The flow of devotional service is so potent that any onlooker also becomes liberated from the influence of the modes of passion and ignorance. These two qualities of nature are thus removed, and the living being is liberated, being situated in his original position.
Another place we hear, Nasta Prayeshu Avadreshu. Then he's saying, Tata Rajastamo Bhava Kamo Lovatrasya Cheta Eto Anavidam Sitam Sakte Pasi. And then symptoms. Evam Prasanna Manaso Bhagavad Bhakti Jogata Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam Mukta Sanghasya Jayata is divided. And doing. So you can ask, see the outside people. He is Vishanna. He has got anxiety, tension. Good morning. Yes, yes, good morning. But see, devotee, don't have to say good morning. Hare Krishna, he's smiling. Bright face. Face tells. Face is the index of mind. He has no anxiety. He has no tension. He is Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha, no kunta. No anxiety, no tension. We can ask ourselves, you are hungry, somebody give you food. Do you ask somebody, hey, yes, I am feeling nourished? You feel yourself. Yes?